Yeah, it's basically just mine. Moved in.
Welcome to the show, mate. How are you?
Yes, I'm not too bad, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. So, Jamie, for the viewers that don't know much about you, some may know a lot about you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my name's Jamie. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Essex.
You're from Essex. Love it,
Yes, I
man.
don't sound like I am from Essex, and everyone says that, but I actually am.
I'm
I'm
a bit
proper
well.
Essex.
I'm a bit Welsh. I'm not from Essex. I'm from a bit southern than that. But no, we're southern brothers together, aren't we?
Are you from Kent by any chance?
How did you guess?
Well, that's south. That's why I went to uni.
Well, Jamie, it's great to have you on the show. It's a pleasure to chat to you. So this is the show where I interview TikTok stars about why they joined TikTok and what they love about TikTok. So first, Jamie, what do you love about TikTok?
I just think it's great. Like, it's just so fun. Like, I don't know. All I think about is just making videos. I've always wanted to, ever since a kid, like I started making like YouTube videos when I was really young. Always had a camera in my hand. So TikTok was just like a great opportunity to come along and just make the most random stuff you could physically think of and post it on the internet.
Would you describe yourself as a overconfident person back in the day when you were younger? Is that kind of one of the reasons why
um,
you wanted to transition into making TikTok? Because you would say that you are a confident person?
I wouldn't say I was a confident person as such, but um, TikTok, like making videos and like going live and stuff, has made me more confident in like talking to people and doing that sort of thing. So yeah,
Would you say it's grateful that people have the access to TikTok to help with their confidence? Do you think that TikTok
yes,
is
TikTok,
the app?
TikTok definitely
Yeah.
definitely helps with confident 100% because you've got to be confident enough to post a picture or a video, and then you've also got to be confident enough to like deal with. Obviously, you get like a lot of hate and stuff, and you're always going to have people going against you in certain ways. So you've got to have the confidence to get over that. So yeah, but it does bring. I didn't have much confidence when I first started, but since doing it, I've got loads more confidence, like meeting new people and stuff like that. So yeah.
So, what was your opinion when you first came across the app? What was the sort of impression that you got off it for the first time when you were scrolling through, seeing exactly what it was all about? What was your sort of reaction to what this brand new platform was giving out to people?
So my first, I got introduced to TikTok in like because when I was at uni, I remember downloading it and scrolling through, and I thought it was the most cringy thing I've ever seen. It was when a lot of the Americans were doing that kind of like fast paced, like transition stuff. I think it was when it was just coming out from Musically into TikTok. I thought it was the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, I did not think it was a good platform. I was like, what is this? And then that must have been sort of about just over 2 years ago, like spring 2019. And then towards the back end of 2019, I started watching more and more, and it started to get more funny. It started to feel like more like Vine was, where I was like, there's a lot of like different array of content, not just like cringy American stuff. Um, and then I feel like since when the lockdown happened, the pandemic hit, like I had TikTok and installed it. I never like I posted the odd video, the most random thing ever. Did not expect anything of it. And then when the first lockdown came, I saw all these people like blowing up, making all these videos. I thought I could do what they're doing. I could do this easily. I know I can. And then started from there. And when I started sort of May last year.
And who were the people that you noticed that were blowing up that at that time you thought,
So
okay,
it was
I think I can get to the level that they're at. Why
in the
not?
first lockdown. I remember it was Rhett, you might know Fiddy Rhett, Poppy Mead, and then like Joseph Church and people like that. There's also another guy called like Josh Colley I used to watch. I'm now friends with, which is weird. And I used to watch them and I thought, they had like not even like that many followers in terms of how big it is now. Like they would have like 50K to 100,000 followers. And I think, oh my God, that's amazing. Like they've got so many followers. Like this is so cool. I reckon I could do this. So I was watching people like that and now I'm like friends with them all. It's weird. Not friends
So
with them in like person, but on the app and
I
stuff.
mean, that's great. I mean, that's just another benefit of the app. But would you say before TikTok came on the scene, before you were introduced to TikTok, were you an avid user of any other social media platforms?
So I had, Snapchat, I wasn't too hot on. Like I had it, I just kind of kept it close friends. I had Instagram. I just used to post like my Instagram was just like I just posted pictures of like me on nights out with my mates, just for like a memory thing. I did not
Yeah, yeah.
before TikTok. I did not sit there and think to myself, "Oh yeah, I want to do TikTok and I want to do like social media full time." It was just like a side thing. I just used to post for memories to look at.
But the reason I ask that is right now, obviously, you're a huge fan of TikTok. Would you say before that, exploded, before the app really took attention to a lot of people, it has added a completely new dimension to what social media is? Because people have
Yeah,
been used to Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat for so long. It's great to
I
have something
think
new, isn't it?
I think TikTok has definitely made social media the biggest it has to date because for me personally, I think Love Island is the reason not TikTok, in social media blew up in the first place. Because before Love Island, Instagram was just a place where you'd post a picture of like what you had for dinner or like what you were drinking. Like, no one ever did it as a job. Then Love Island come into things and people started to want to do more Instagram more. And I think TikTok then come along and upped it and then everyone like I remember when TikTok was sort of around about a year and a half ago, if you had TikTok, you were weird and you would, cringy and stuff. But if you don't have TikTok now, I feel like you're weird. Like if you don't have TikTok, it's like weird. Like why have you not got TikTok? It's great, sort of thing. So I feel like TikTok has definitely made like so many people want to do social media so much more. Like it's definitely the best thing that's ever happened to social media
That's
since
great.
it
So would you
started.
say as well, you mentioned Love Island, that's quite interesting. But would you say as well, the reality TV shows that have been around quite a while, like Made in Chelsea and Geordie Shore, that they've played a big part of it as well?
I I don't know because like I know Towie and Geordie Shore have been around and I know they were sort of big on Instagram, but I don't think people watched Geordie Shore and Towie and thought, I want to do what they're doing. I want to because then people going on Towie and Geordie Shore, they don't get famous on Instagram afterwards. Whereas Love Island was a sort of thing where I'll happily openly say it now, everyone on Love Island now is there because they know their social media is going to blow up. They know they're going to make loads of money when they come out. They're not there to find love. You can tell. Like I've met a few of them. I'm not going to say their names, but I've met a few people from Love Island. They've said the same thing. They just go in for fame because they know they're going to come out on social media. But programs like Towie, Made in Chelsea, and Geordie Shore, people don't go into that. I don't think to get famous because people don't get famous from that.
That's really interesting. So what could be an easier way of trying to blow up your social media without putting yourself on shows like Love Island and just doing it,
Just
for the fame?
making
What is there an easier way to go about that?
the things on social media, like to blow up, you need to kind of just keep making videos. And like I know a lot of people make loads of videos and they just keep giving up. Like me, I remember when I first started, I did 6 a day and I never failed a day. I would literally stress out some days where I wasn't home in time to make a video. I used to post 6 a day every single day because I knew I wanted to grow. So a lot of people like I know, and I speak to loads of people who are like, "How have you got so many followers? Like, how do you do it?" It's like just keep posting. Like, don't stop posting. Like, you could post 100 videos and get barely any views. That 101 video that you might not do on that Friday night could be the one that blows you up. So you need to just keep going, keep doing it if you want. Because that's the thing. I when I first started, I was like, I want to actually get a following on this. Like, I want to do it. I've seen these people do it. I know how to do it. And then because I wanted it, I got there. Because I kept posting, got there, and it blew up. And then from there, it's like, wow, it's not my job.
So would you say that posting 6 a day videos was beneficial in the end, that it paid off?
Back then, yes, I wouldn't spam 6 now. I don't know if people still do. I feel like if you post 6 now, it's too much. But back when I first hopped on it, that was like that's what TikTok asked for because TikTok changed their algorithm. I don't know if people know this, but every sort of 45 days they change their algorithm. Whether they'll ask for more videos, less videos, more hashtags, less hashtags, more seconds, less seconds. Um, which is why you'll see certain people have like a growth stage and then it slows down. So like for example, I'm trying to think who like certain people will blow up in like 1 month, get all these followers, all these views, and then it'll start slowing down. So like I had my massive blow up in December and January, and then it slowed down in February, March, and then it picked back up again in like May. But that's why you'll see like these content creators suddenly blow up to all these followers, and then it'll slow down again because it's the algorithm.
So would you
So
say
I
the
wouldn't
longer
suggest 6
you've
now, but
the longer you've been on TikTok, do you kind of get an understanding? Do you kind of get an understanding of the rhythm of when to post, what time to post? So that's the kind of time where you feel that a lot of the sort of people that are on TikTok, the audience would be most active on the app, and then they'll see your post, and then that could gain you more followers in that sort of sense.
With TikTok compared to like Instagram, I think Instagram algorithm has always been the same. They don't really change it much. Instagram's just Instagram. Whereas TikTok, they always ask for different algorithms. So there's not one person. I don't think there's one person apart from like the huge people like Noah Beck or Bryce Hall. They know whenever they post, whatever they post is going to do well. But for like smaller accounts like our ones who aren't like massive on the app, you can't crack TikTok. It's basically luck. But what you can do is what I've noticed when you get an active account, like when you get one video that blows up, you'll notice all the videos around it before or after will also do it if you go live. So like once you get your account active, that's when you keep posting. That's when you work out the times to post, and then it might eventually slow down again, but then it'll pick back up.
Would you
So
say, yeah, would you say going live also is quite beneficial in the fact that you can gain more followers from going live, so they get to know a little bit more about you and not seeing you
live is
just in your videos? Have you tried that, and has it worked out for you?
going live is going live is definitely 100%. If any of you out there want to develop on TikTok, as soon as you get 1,000 followers, every time well, this is what they do now. Every time you post a video, as soon as it's gone up, you'll know it's gone up because your views will go up. As soon as you've got like 1, 2, 10 views, go live straight away. That's what the algorithm asks for now. As soon as you go live, it pushes your video out, and then people who see that video on their For You page will see your live, join your live, and then go, oh, I might follow him. He seems quite cool. Because obviously they see your videos on the For You page, then they come to see you and speak to you like face to face, get to know your like personality and stuff about you, then they'll follow you. So yeah, 100%. If you want to blow on TikTok, I went live from as soon as I hit 5K, I was going live.
That's great.
Every night.
Are you impressed as well with the diversity on the UK TikTok scene? With the amount of diversity on the app, the amount of diverse content that is brought to the table by some of the, not just the biggest TikTokers in the UK, but some of the growing TikTokers in the UK as well.
Yeah, the diversity in the UK is great. Like I'm in the group where like people that you watch, I know, and all of us all have different kind of content. From like, Ryan Stennings. I met. You probably know Ryan Stennings. I met him before he had his blow up. Like he did his slow mo dances. He known for that. Like Richard Sales, I knew when he had 100K. He does his, he duets like the people doing like the satisfying fill up videos. There's loads of diversity, and we all have like a different like kind of niche. Like no one has the same niche. Like there's people out there that do like thirst traps and stuff like that. Like so, the diversity is very big, and like I feel like the UK compared to America, the Americans just like cringy dancing, like all their stuff's just. The UK is definitely so much better for TikTok. I think it's so much more.
I agree.
Like funny stuff. We have so much more great stuff on there than compared to like other countries.
So when you were thinking about your content, what is it that you wanted to show the audience with the content that you were releasing? What was your ideas behind your content?
So when I first started, I was just trying everything. So I would hit like a dance that just did rubbish because I just couldn't dance. I was trying like duets. Duetting people. I was just doing like any sound. I was just doing loads of stuff, and then I did like a one video, my blow up video. I went from like 5,000 followers to like 25K in a day, and that was just a video literally about like I bet I can guess 4 things about you, and it was like this is on your FYP. You're a girl. You're from England, or something else, and like I just got loads of followers from that. And then my biggest, or what a lot of people know me for, is I started doing like stories. So like, I was doing like 60-second videos, like about I don't know, like a relationship or kids at school, or something about their girlfriend cheating on them or something like that. And that started in sort of November time. And that's what blew me up to like where I am now, I think, like all them stories. So I'd say like, that's like my niche. Like that's what people know me for, telling these stories compared to like other people's niches. So that's what mine is. So I feel like when I did my first one, that's what blew me up. I gained like 100,000 followers, I think, for my first one. I was like, oh, people actually like this stuff. I'll keep going. I haven't done one for a while now, but I do a lot of content with Annie, you've probably seen, and we get a lot of good stuff together. So we kind of stick to just trends, but together we just do the trends together because we know we get a lot of views from it, and a lot of people like watching us and stuff.
Would you say as well as a TikTok, it's quite risky to change your content when you're at a certain stage of amount of followers? Do you think it's a bit risky to kind of change the style of your content? Because it could go either two ways. You can gain more followers or you could lose followers. So how would you go about if you're in that situation?
Well, it is risky because if you've got like a set niche and you're blowing up on that niche. So for instance, who can I use for an example? Let's say Richard Sales, for instance. He's known now from 100K to 3 million. Like he's absolutely smashed it. I'm so proud of him. He went from like 100K to 3 million by doing these duets, these sats on videos. If he suddenly busted out like a complete random video, it was nothing to do with that. TikTok wouldn't I don't think TikTok would push it out because that's his niche. Like people say you shouldn't change your niche and try new things until your account slows down if you're in a blow up stage. So like for me, I wouldn't, I mean, I do a lot of random stuff now, so I haven't really got a niche now, but when I was doing my stories, I wouldn't just go around and do a dance because I knew it would get no attraction, that it would kill off my niche because people would be like, what's this? We want to see a story. So yeah, I would say it is risky if you're in a growth stage, which you'll know about because you'll be getting loads of like traction, loads of followers, loads of people on your lives. I wouldn't change your content. I'd stick to it until it slows down and then change it.
Now, as a TikToker, how do you deal with your fan base? Because a lot of TikTokers, they do have big fan bases and they have fans that try and message them and try and reach out. I think it's important as a TikToker to interact with your fans because some don't. And if you have a message for them, what would it be on why you should interact with your followers? Why is it important?
I'd say it's important, right? Because if you interact with them, you know they're always going to come to you. They're still going to watch your content. They're going to help support you. And if, for instance, like me, like a lot of the UK TikTok thing, it's their full-time job, right? So if you keep your fan base at a good level and you communicate with them and always talk to them, like, keep going live, like make sure they, like a lot of my fan base, like I see their names and I know them straight away. But like, oh, how was whatever? Like if they have like a doctor's appointment or they're going through something, but I'll ask them how they are. You got to keep that for support because if, for instance, you want to turn it into a business, let's say, and you think, oh, I want to start a clothing business. They're the people that, because you've supported them, they'll support you with your business. So it's very important. It depends. Like if you just want to do TikTok for the fun of it, like just keep them there just for like, because they can be like your friends sort of thing. Like you go to speak to them like, if you're having a problem. But in business terms, they're going to be the people that support you. So you need to support them.
And what stage are you at? What stage would you say you are at right now, Jamie? Do you want to turn TikTok into something, or do you just want to continue doing it for fun? What is your mindset?
I'm at the stage now where obviously I'm turning 24 very soon, a couple of weeks. And it's like, I want to be able to move out, get my own place, buy myself a nice car. So like at this moment in time, TikTok's okay money if you know what you're doing. I semi know what I'm doing with it. I know there's so much opportunity to make money. So at the minute I'm trying to turn it into a business. So I'm not going to speak too much about it on here, but I'm going to try and think of something like that I can sell to people that people want to like use. And then obviously like I know my fans will support me with that. And yeah, so I do want to do it full time. I love like the freedom you have for it. Like a lot of people who don't do it are very frowned upon. Like we'll be on like a night out somewhere, there'll be like a random guy or like a woman or something who will talk about it and be like, oh, it's our jobs. And they'll be like, oh, right. So it happened to us once before. Some guy like got a bit annoyed and he was like, so you're telling me I'm slaving, 9 to 5 a day in the office earning whatever, and you're doing a TikTok dance for 15 seconds and all this money. It's like, yeah, but this is life. Like you can't, you can't say it's unfair because I've worked for that TikTok group. Like you could do it. I said to him, I was like, mate, if you post TikTok videos 6 a day for a year, you'll probably be able to do it full time. So yeah, a lot of people frown upon it, but it is. I don't know if I do want to do it 100% full time because it is very stressful. This is the thing I think where people get annoyed. They think it's so easy. Social media is not easy. When you've got 20 companies all asking for videos, photos, you've got to spend all day thinking of videos, getting the orders, making sure you post them, making sure it's all right, make sure you correct it. Like it's very stressful. Going to this is the thing, I've worked in like a lot of 16, 17, 18-year-olds who want that and making money on there. Like they've probably not worked a full-time office job before. I have, so I know what it's like. And I know personally, I'm not going against anyone here. Personally, for me, walking into an office doing a 9 to 5 is a lot easier than doing this social media stuff because you go in, you sit at your computer, you reply to emails and do whatever, then you come home again. Social media is a lot to think about.
Yeah. And Jamie, give us your opinion on what are good selling tips to sell your TikTok. What would you do? What would you use in your own arsenal to sell your own TikTok?
What, to like a company?
Yeah. What would be your sort of selling tips you would give to people? If you're in a position where your TikTok is very big and you've been there, you've got it out to other companies, what tips could you give to younger TikTokers who want to sell their TikTok, who want to make it something?
I'd say just like keep posting, keep it lively, if you can go live, like keep it active, and make like if you're doing like a collab video or like for companies, make it like fun, make it funny, make it so you're not just sitting there going, I know because I've seen some videos before where literally people just talk about it non-stop, like here's a great drink, go and try it. It tastes really good. It's really good for the gym. Like you want to make a funny sketch about it, because it'll keep try and bring. I feel like bringing comedy into collab videos makes it so much more fun. And try and keep it like some of the collab videos that I do. I keep it to a trend. Like I'll use like a trending sound and do like a trend that people are using, but use it with the product you're promoting, or whatever. So yeah, try and bring comedy into it as much as you can, and don't keep it boring. Keep making sure it's fun.
So what's next for you? What is over the horizon for you, Jamie, when it comes to your TikTok?
At the minute, I haven't got like a solid plan. Like obviously, at the minute I'm doing a course and I want to set something up where I can sell to people. But in terms of TikTok, at the minute I'm banned at the minute for a week. I keep getting banned, but I'm just sticking to the trends. Me and Annie, if you everyone knows, you're probably listening. We make a lot of good content together. So we're just posting fun content, trying to grow our account. We're trying to grow our accounts together because me and Annie want to set up our own podcast and set up our own like YouTube channel and stuff together. So at the minute, we're just trying to get more traction and keep people here, like coming towards us, like enjoying our like time together. And because we do entertain people a lot. Like when we go live together, some nights we get like over 1,000 people every time.
Yeah.
So like we want to keep that kind of. So yeah, we're just building up our accounts so that we can then push out and set up like a business out of it.
Come and collab with your boy Cal Mack. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, I will do, mate. I will do.
And Jamie, something new I do for season 2. Tell me who your favorite TikToker is, apart from yourself, and why.
You know what? I don't. It's difficult to say. I don't really have a favorite. There is not one TikToker that I make sure I check every single night and watch their stuff. So I don't have an actual favorite.
Ah, interesting.